Hey guys, this is the Cinnamon123 here with another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be covering my new elevator design. As you can see, it uses command blocks. One thing that is different with this elevator as compared to other elevators is that as you can see in the background, the rise is gradual. So if you've got a really tall building, you can easily make it to where the rise is very gradual and you don't just see yourself suddenly appear up there. It kind of gives a nice effect, sort of like what a real elevator does. It has both up and down motions as well as floor selection. You obviously don't have to look out the window if you really don't want to. The way that the floor selection works is up here it's got all the different varieties of floor selection, so plus 1 floor, plus 2 floors, plus 3 floors, plus 4 floors, and then if none are selected it will take you directly to the top floor. So it defaults to the penthouse. Just to show you guys that, I'm going to select the 1 floor option and go up, and as you can see I come out on the 2nd floor. Now unfortunately the selections do not reset, so if you were to go ahead and go back to a floor that you have previously been on, you can see that the levers are still down. So the next user will have to make sure and reset them before they enter the elevator. Now actually making the elevator is fairly simple. It is just a little bit tedious to enter in the different commands for it. But if you'll just, I'll come down here and I'll show you guys how to go ahead and build it. What you first want to do is you want to dig out 1 block for however many floors you have. Now on the last block you actually want it to be 1 block further than the rest. This is because this one is going to be connected directly to the button. You'll want to put command blocks in each of these holes, and then you'll want to grab some sticky pistons and you'll want to place them right next to the command blocks, but not on this one. Now what you want to do is you want to put a repeater leading into each one of the command blocks and then a block on the sticky piston. Right here you want to get some redstone and just go ahead and put it right there. And this block will also need to be covered with a solid block. However, there is no piston for it because it will always get activated, since if you're in the elevator you'll always want to go up at least 1 floor. Now to actually select your floors is very easy as well. Just go ahead and hook up some levers to each of these. So now you can see, actually go ahead and put a block right here. And I would actually use a button here, but I'm just going to use a lever so that we can see the power flowing through. And as you can see, there are redstone signals leading all the way through this. However, if you go ahead and flick one of the levers, one of the command blocks will stop being powered. And also, every single command block after it will no longer be powered. This is how we get the chain-like effect with the buttons. Because, and if I go ahead and set the repeater delay to longer so you can see it, I'll go ahead and do that. You can see the current flows down through each of these slowly. So each of these commands gets activated individually. Now if I were to go over here and I were to go ahead and turn the command block output, oops, I skipped right past it, command block output to true, we can see each one of the teleportation commands being activated, just like that. Now there are 2 ways to set up your commands, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and turn off chat really quickly. Okay, and over here we can see the simple way of doing this. And it is simply an @p and then the coordinates of the next lowest cell in your chain of elevators. Now we'll see here that each one of these command blocks goes down by 4 each time, because each of these floors is 4 blocks tall. We can see that here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you get your floor derivation. If you've got slightly larger floors, of course you need to adjust accordingly. However, there's a obvious problem here if you think about it. The @p command says to target the nearest player to the command block. And unfortunately, if you're on a multiplayer server, that isn't going to work super well, because whenever you get down here to the lower floors, if somebody's on the top floor, even if they're not near the elevator, chances are they'll be teleported to the bottom floor before you will be teleported to the bottom floor. So over on this side, I have fixed that problem. If you go ahead and look at the commands here, we've added the @p command as well, but now we have the coordinates of the cell that they should be on. As you can see, it is at Y54, and the X and Y coordinates don't really matter because that's just where my elevator is located. And that is actually the coordinates, if I were to go ahead and walk into the elevator, of this exact elevator cell. Now, what you'll need to do, is you'll need to do that for each and every command. You can see here this is Y60 because that is the position of that cell. This is Y64, Y68, oh, I'm sorry, and then Y72. Now we can actually just copy and paste those commands if you put them into Notepad or something like that, or something else if you've got a Mac, like a Word document. And each of these commands are the exact same in the vertical column. And what that means is that it's going to be a little bit easier to enter in the commands. Now over here I've got one other command block that just says say top floor, because if you're on the top floor and you try and go up, you can't go any higher. So that is one little safety measure so people aren't complaining about the command block not working. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please just take a second to leave a rating or a comment. I certainly love whenever I can get those. Or if you would be super cool and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. If you guys use this on your server, please tell me. I would certainly love to know whether or not my creations actually get used in other people's servers than the ones that I am on. Until next time, this is the Cinnamon123 signing off.